Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy John coming at you with another video, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now today I'm going to be talking about Survivor New Mexico Season 1 and 2. Now this is one of my favorite series of all time. And today I'm going to be telling you who is my favorite contestant, who's my least favorite contestant, and I made a list of every single contestant from my favorite to my least favorite. So, I've been watching the show for a while. I've rewatched the show plenty of times, so I know everything that happens in the show. Well, I guess we should get to it, shouldn't we? Let's begin. In 12th, for my least favorite contestant, is Jeremiah. Now, Jeremiah is a floater. Like, he floated his way to the finale. I honestly think he shouldn't have made it that far. I think everyone should have voted him off because his strategy was so, not good. He needed to not stay under the radar. Everyone else, I have no problem with, but I had to do a favorite and least favorite. So, Jeremiah, you were my least favorite just because you were a floater. Next is Alex. Even though he won, I don't agree with his gameplay. Just because I didn't think he had a good game plan. And he had an alliance. I'm not saying his alliance was bad. However, he was going to get backstabbed by Daniel. So he should have known that. The next person is Greg. He was the first person out, so I didn't really get to know him that well. I really didn't get to see his gameplay or him get to play the game, so that's why he was towards the bottom. Next is Noah. Noah White is a good villain. However, I didn't agree with his gameplay either. He made an alliance with anyone who was making an alliance with him. Now, he backstabbed a couple people, but, I really didn't, understand his gameplay. Next is Katie Conkey. Katie Conkey, honestly, I think, is a good player. She's strong. She's mentally strong. However, she wasn't my favorite female contestant, but she was pretty much my least favorite female contestant. However, she played a good game, and I respect that. Daniel Blodgett. Now, this is a villain, guys. This is an ultimate villain. This dude literally made it to the top 2, and he lost. He probably would have won if people wouldn't have changed their vote. Daniel was one of my favorite contestants. The next person is Emma. Emma was the final girl standing in the season. She was the youngest, probably the weakest girl, one of the weakest girls, and she had a 4-person alliance. Those are the 4 things that could have gotten her voted off, or 3 things or whatever. Well, I really liked her. She was one of my favorites, and good job, Emma. Next up is Luke. Everyone that has commented on the videos asked, where is Luke? Why is Luke not in season 2? Well, then he said he was getting a little older. I don't really agree with that. Well, he's a really good player. He did so well in that season. He got a big powerhouse out. She probably would have won the whole season if she would have stayed in. He backstabbed Sophie, which kind of made me upset, but it also kind of didn't. And he got 5th. I was so shocked. I honestly didn't think he'd go home. Next up is Hannah Thompson. Hannah Thompson is a legend on The Amazing Race. She's also a legend on Survivor. She found a hidden immunity idol and did not play it. Also, Noah did also. Next up is Sophia or Sophie. The reason why she's in the top 3 is because I actually liked her. She was so likable. She would have probably won the season if she would have stayed in. And I was so mad when she lost. The next person is Carolyn. Carolyn was a good game player. She backstabbed her alliance member. She got to the merge. She was one of the final 3 girls standing. I never would have expected that because she's not physically fit. And she's also, like, mentally strong, so. And my favorite player of all time in every competition is Soraya Getty. Soraya, you are a likable person. You should not have gotten voted off. I disagree with everyone. You were a good player. Good job. Now we're moving on to season 2. I wrote this all down, by the way. So, season 2 has not finished yet, but I have picked my favorites. So, my least favorite was Isaac in season 2 because he was so cocky. Like, he thought he was going to win. However, he was the first one out. Sorry for the spoilers. Next up is Alicia. Alicia was evil. Like, she got my favorite out. That's something you don't do in this game. Because if I ever would have played with her, she would have been the first one gone. Next is Daniel Blodgett. He came back, then got voted off. He finally got voted off, guys. I know. I was so happy because I did not like him. I'm sorry. So next is Andrew. He really didn't play a good game. He voted himself off. Like, who does that? Who votes themselves off? It was a unanimous vote. He voted himself off. Sorry, Andrew. I do not agree with your gameplay. Katie Conkey. The reason why she's in the bottom this time is because she really didn't play good gameplay. She said she's going to be the lone wolf and be nice to everyone. I don't think that's a really good way to play the game. Next up is Noah White. Noah White is a good player. However, I think he should have played the game a little bit harder and went after the girls instead of Daniel. Next up is JD. JD was awesome. Like, he made it to the merge. He made it pretty far in the game. So I respect that. So I'm really wondering who he's going to vote back in the game. Next up is Noah P. Noah P is is a really good player. He's really strong physically and mentally. And he had an alliance with Matthew, who was actually next on the list. He's in the top because he's a really good player. I respect his gameplay. He's probably going to win the season. I have a gut feeling he's going to win the season. Rachel. Rachel was the second person voted off. I really hope she comes back, her or Brittany, because they are really good contestants, and I think one of them should come back. Caitlyn. Now, Caitlyn, I love her. She's so nice. She had alliance with my second favorite contestant on the season, who I will be mentioning in just a minute. Hannah Thompson came back. She's my 4th favorite this season because she really has done good in Survivor, The Amazing Race, everything. And if she can keep it up, then I'm going to root for her in every season. Carolyn. Carolyn is in the top 3 again because she is a good competitor. Like, she knows when to vote people off. She knows when not to vote people off. She knows how to backstab. She knows how to play the game. You go, Carolyn. Next up is Mickey. Now, Mickey is so awesome. It was so sad in the last episode they made because her alliance member got voted off, which was Caitlyn. Caitlyn's alliance member was Mickey. Mickey got voted off by Alicia, who was on her tribe in the beginning. So I don't understand, guys. I don't understand how she could get voted off. And finally, the last person I'm going to mention in this video is Brittany. Now, I told y'all, Brittany is my favorite player in the season. she did not deserve to get voted off. She was an underdog, and I think the underdogs had a really good chance of winning, and I think that she would have won. So that's all I have for today, guys, and I hope you like this video. If you do, please leave a like down below and subscribe for more, and hit that little bell button so we can get more notifications, and I will see you next time.